So one of the things I want to do with this channel is showcase pizzerias that are off the beaten path and bring to you those stories and business ideas of people who are doing something new and different. And that's the story I want to share today. This is actually credit to Slice, the company who I work with, that gives me the opportunity to go out and shoot these. Go follow their channel. We'll link it up in the description below. It's going to be longer versions of these videos here, more in-detail stories about these pizza shops. But they give me the opportunity to go out there and find these pizza shops and bring them to you on these YouTube videos. So this is Doughboys Pizza. They are in Orlando, Florida, and let's get into it with these guys. This great story.
This is great. Tell us a little bit about your business, how you guys got started, how you got to this location.
All right, my name is Mario. This is Doughboys Pizzeria. We're out here in Oviedo, Florida. Born and raised in New York City. Lived there my whole life up until just a year ago when my best friend since high school has been asking me to come down here and open up a shop, and I kept saying no. I didn't want to do it. And then finally, things got a little bad up north, so I said, all right, let's take a shot. And he got me down here. We found this place, we checked it out, and took a shot, and it just exploded. We knew, like, no matter where we went, like, we were gonna have good pizza. We knew that, but we didn't know how good it was gonna be.
Hold on, are you the friend that he said? Okay, that's him. All right, he didn't like to be on camera that much, but you guys are partners, business partners here?
Business partners, brothers, you know?
The cool thing about this story is they were friends growing up. One moved to Florida, the other one followed. And now it's a family business. His father works there, they work together, and sometimes the dynamic of working together as a friends with a business is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but they seem to make it work, which I thought made this story even better.
Friends all these years. He moved down here a few years ago, and he's been telling me he grew up on my dad's food, on our pizza. We used to, a lot of late nights, going through the fridge for cold pizza. So he knew what the quality was. He knew what he was missing, and he said he couldn't find nothing like it down here. And that's it. He got me down here.
What's it like moving to Florida from New York?
It's the same. I mean, I'm in a pizzeria. All my customers are from New York, and yeah, it's kind of the same. The only difference is, like, on my day off, I'm driving around, I'm like, what the hell kind of bird is that? Like, that's about it. Yeah. There's no pigeons. It's like birds with really long legs and
dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's what they look like, pterodactyls. So it's fun. It's fun.
Can we take a tour around?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a tour inside, show us the pizza. Give us like a little description of what kind of pizza shop are you guys? Takeout, delivery?
All right, everything good? All right, so we're a New York style pizzeria. I didn't know what New York style pizza was until I moved to Florida.
Seriously?
Yeah, I had no idea it was a thing. I really didn't know it was a thing. I grew up there, so we don't call it New York style pizza in New York.
Right?
Right, it's just pizza. So we didn't know. So, New York style pizza is you walk in and there's a showcase and you got an assortment of slices and you serve pizza by the slice. That's also something that I didn't know didn't exist down here. People really don't sell, by the slice.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of places in Orlando and Florida. They don't have like the showcase.
Right.
Yeah, it's more like a takeout delivery kind of thing.
Right. So, and that was one of his big things. He's like, man, I can't go nowhere and get a couple slices. Like, and then if there is a place where I can go get a couple slices, I gotta like sit down and have waitress and this and that. It takes me 20 minutes to get a slice of pizza. So we wanted to emulate, how we grew up. Go in, let me get a slice of this, slice of that, boom, go sit down and get your pizza. We didn't want to have a big, drawn out process. We just wanted to keep it simple. We got all the pizzas that everybody could want. For the most part, we fill this up throughout the day, but towards the end of the night, obviously, we don't keep replenishing it.
Do people come in here for slices all day?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We get people all day. So I try to keep it full, but once dinner time gets going and that pizza station gets busy, I can't stop to make slice pies. I got to keep filling the orders. So, it gets a little tricky at nighttime when people are they're late, so I understand, but this is the front counter. It's a very simple setup. You walk in, you get greeted by an employee. You're either gonna sit down, you're gonna take out, you're gonna pick up.
What's the majority of your take? Is it like, what's the percentage takeout to dine-in?
I don't know the exact percentage, but it's mostly takeout and the delivery apps. But we have this thing is always full.
Is it really?
Dinner time, lunchtime, it fills up. Sometimes it'll stay full all day long. All the way through dinner time, and it'll stay full. There's some nights, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, we have a 40-minute wait for a table.
Wow.
Yes, people tell us all the time we need a bigger
That's
place.
a good thing, though.
Yeah, it's a great thing. I don't like people waiting.
Yeah,
my
it
whole
sucks.
thing is trying to be express, and
Yeah.
then people have to come and wait. So, but it's pizza, so people eat pizza fast.
Yeah.
It's a quick
It's a
thing.
start, too. Like, you guys are new. Like, you only been here for a year, right?
1 year, yeah.
So
we
that's
just
not a
got
bad
here.
sign.
So, yeah, it's been real good.
And what kind of pizza do you guys serve? New York, what else do you serve?
We got Sicilian slices. That's a deep dish. I guess it could be considered like a Chicago style pizza, Detroit. You know, it's the thicker one, but up north we call it a Sicilian. So I got the regular Sicilian with cheese and sauce, and then I got what's called a Brooklyn Sicilian, and that's it's got sauce on the top and the cheese underneath the sauce. It's a nod to L&B Spumoni Gardens. They're over in Gravesend, Bensonhurst area, and they've been there 100 years. They're a real famous pizzeria in Brooklyn, so everybody loves their pizza. So I kind of copied them, you know, and called it the Brooklyn because that's where they're from. And people love it. I got people driving from all over the state just to get this pizza. It's really crazy. Like, we even had a guy come from Fort Lauderdale just for a couple slices of pizza.
You've been making pizza your whole life. Did you take the recipes that you had and bring them down here?
Yeah, so basically I took like a little piece of every place I worked at. Like, I grew up working for my dad and my family in the restaurant business. My grandfather came from Sicily in the 60s to this country to make pizza. My dad was born in Sicily. He grew up in the pizzeria in Brooklyn, and naturally, that's what I did. You know, every son does what his father does at first, right? Kinda.
Yeah.
So I naturally just joined the pizza team and started making pizzas and hanging out in the pizzerias. But I branched out. I went to work for different places, and I got different jobs over the years, and I took a little bit of everything I liked from each guy that I worked with, and like my Sicilians, like, it comes from this guy that he was a baker, and he showed me how to do Sicilians, and ever since then I do them that way. I took a little bit from everywhere I went, and it's a mix, but a lot of it, the foundation is all my dad and my family. You know, the recipes for the sauces and the dough, and it's just techniques I learned over the years that I added to the mix, you know?
So what's the biggest difference in owning a pizza shop in Florida versus in New York or New Jersey?
In New York, it's like a dime a dozen, you know, good pizzas everywhere. You still got bad pizza in New York. That's why I say it's not the water, because you know, if it was the water, then every pizzeria in New York would be phenomenal, but they're not, so it's not the water. But there's like a lack of good New York cultured pizza, Italian food down here. Like, this don't exist. Like, this vibe, this environment, you come in and, you know, I got the dance music playing.
It's an attitude.
Yes, it's a vibe. You come in, you feel comfortable. We didn't want the upscale wine glasses and white tablecloths kind of thing. We wanted people to feel comfortable, bring their family, come with the kids, and not have to feel like they have to be quiet, like it's a library. You know, we like that energy. We like people coming in and having a good time. These customers get up and start dancing, you know, when they hear a song they like. It's fun. People come to watch the games with us. It's a great vibe. I love it.
One of the things they do a lot is work with influencers, and one of them actually happened to stop by while I was there. Food on the Spectrum. He does an Instagram account in Orlando talking about food, but he has a great story, and he stopped by to do a collab with the fellas from Doughboys, and this is that interaction right here.
This is one of our influencers that came in here.
I'm Bruce. Nice to meet you, buddy. Nice to meet you.
I'm Nico.
Nico.
Food on the Spectrum.
Oh, nice, Billy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, there's a sticker right here, Food on the Spectrum.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
my
so
buddy.
cool.
He just hit 5,000 followers. So if you guys haven't
Congratulations.
followed
That's
already,
awesome, man.
go follow my buddy. Yeah, of course.
That's awesome.
But we're doing a giveaway, right? Real quick.
They work with a lot of influencers, and that's really how they got a lot of business and a lot of interaction in the beginning. Having influencers come in, share their pizza, share it with their followers, and they talked about how they got a lot of local influencers to come in, and then their local following kind of blew up because they have a New York style pizza. There's a lot of people in Orlando who like that New York style of pizza and help them get exposure and grow the business.
So your menu's not big at all. Like, you have a good sized menu, but it's not big.
No, we want it to be more of like an express, fast-paced, you know, pizza and wings, appetizers kind of place. The bonus for us is that we have my dad in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So he can do anything. My dad has worked at high-end restaurants in Manhattan. There's a place called the Palm.
Yeah.
In the Palm restaurant, it's a famous place. They have a painter that works there, and when a famous person comes in, they paint the face on the wall. It's the Palm restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a very famous place. And he was a sous chef over there. He worked there for a while. He learned a lot as a saute guy. And he brought that plus his experience to everything he did after that. So when you try, like, you wouldn't expect the chicken marsala that comes out of this place to be what it is because of him being in the kitchen, you know. So that's the added bonus. Like, our pizza's great, we got good appetizers, but then the pastas too, you know. It's just, you could come here and get anything and it'll be a win for dinner.
Right. That's
Put you on. Don't worry about it.
So this is Mario. He wasn't intended to be in this video, so I kind of forced him in because he's got a great personality, and he's really the family part of this family business, and I thought it was very important to bring him in to kind of share his background and his story, because Doughboys Pizzeria wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Mario Sr. So this is the part where I brought him in. We're going to share a little bit of his story, and I hope you enjoy it.
how was it like working together?
That's good.
It's great.
You like working with your
It's
son?
funny because he used to work for me.
Yeah.
And now I work for him.
That's awesome.
And then he used to know everything, and now I know everything.
He thinks. You know, I told her, I says, you're still young. I said, what I forgot, you still got to learn.
That's right.
I told him he's out of style.
He's forgotten more about the pizza business than you'll ever know.
Probably.
Yeah, I have a saying. Should I say it?
Yeah, say it. You can.
Dalla vera scoccia in culo, prima che mi insegna mia.
That's great.
You can put that part in.
Nobody understands
Nobody
it.
understands. Only Italians can laugh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a lot more from Mario Sr. on our slice video that we did. That's a longer version of this one with the full story. I suggest you go check that one out if you want to see the full story of how he got to where he is with Doughboys Pizza. Mario Sr., Mario Jr., fun interaction I had with them. Thought it was very insightful and funny to put in this video. So back to the video right now with Doughboys.
Every business has bad reviews. It's gonna happen.
So the pizza was maybe overcooked, but the appetizer stuffed garlic naan was really good, she said.
Yeah.
But when she gave her review, she gave us 1 star and said the pizza was burnt. I'm like, well, why would you do that and not say how good the stuffed garlic naan was? And you could have just called me and I'd give you another pizza.
Exactly. Like that's
It's a burnt pizza.
we should teach them what they need to do. Like every business owner, if you call them and be like, hey, my pizza sucked, they're gonna be like, what can I do to make it better?
So going back to employees, right? I have an employee here. She's an 18-year-old phone girl, and you know, you think young generation, they don't want to work, they don't. This girl will check the reviews every day, bring me a bad review, print out the receipt from this person's order, and say, I need to call this person because they left a bad review.
Really?
Imagine that.
That's amazing.
18-year-old girl. Like, you want to talk about an employee that like cares a little bit? Like, that's caring. And I've turned around a few, you know, bad reviews off of the strength of her like bringing it to my attention, because I don't really like to check the reviews. I don't like to, because it puts me in a bad mood. Even though there's not many bad ones, but if I see 1,000 good ones and 1 bad one, it ruins my day.
I know how that goes.
So I don't check them. He checks them for me. He does all the responding for me. But when she brings it to my attention, like, I'll call the person.
That's a great employee.
Yeah.
Great team member to have. Like keep her as long as you can. So we were just talking that you got that influencer to come in, and everybody asked me about getting business, and the first thing I do when I look at people who are asking about getting more customers, like check out the reviews, right? You check the reviews.
Sure.
What are the people saying who are actually customers currently?
Right.
And if the reviews aren't good, it's going to really put exposure on either the service is bad or the product isn't good. So you're lucky that when you had that influencer come in, the pizza's obviously good, because those customers kept coming back after that. They got noticed.
It stayed busy, you know. For a while, we were like side-eyeing each other, like, how long is this gonna last? Is it, you know, is it gonna taper off? Is it gonna end? We were just in limbo, right? Because it went from, you know, we're kind of busy, we got a little local buzz, to boom, and we just was out of here. And then it stayed like that for months, all the way through the summer.
That's good though. That means your pizza was good.
Right, so that's right. And we used to joke, like, imagine the pizza sucked. And we had all these people coming in here, it would have been horrible.
But you use good quality products and everything?
That's one of our biggest things when we first came up with this idea. You know, I know he's a business and numbers guy, and it was one of the conversations we had, like, food costs is gonna be a little high because we're gonna use the best stuff. I'm talking from pepperoni to cheese to sauces. Everything that we use is going to be the best quality that I know of for, you know, and that's it. And we use all the best stuff, and we don't cut any corners. There's no nickel and diamond with the cheese or trying to, you know, go cheap with anything. We want to give people the best pizza possible at a fair price, you know, and I think we've achieved that pretty much.
How do you stay consistent with that though? Because are you guys cooking in the kitchen all the time?
So I'm always here. I'm here, you know, 5, 6 days a week. My dad also is here. My father, who taught me everything I know.
Is he the one that said he's gonna push me out of the way?
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, in a good way.
Okay.
I said sorry.
He's a funny guy.
That's
He's
why.
a funny
totally.
guy. He's got that New York, ball buster.
Well, I was in his way. I said sorry. He's like, you don't need to say sorry. If I need you, if you're in my way, I'll just push you out. I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah, he's my dad's. Very special to me.
Yeah.
He's my best friend. He taught me everything I know.
That's great.
And
So he works here with you?
He moved down here to be with me. Right?
That's fantastic.
So he had a pizzeria in Jersey, and when I told him what was happening here and that I needed him, he sold and he moved down.
Fantastic.
And he came down, and he's been with me ever since. It's been like 5 months now.
So you're a
4
lucky guy.
months.
You guys work together. You're friends. You work with your dad.
I got my dad here who taught me everything, and he loves what he does. Like, he loves it. I love it too, but you want to talk about somebody who loves this business and loves cooking and he's making something different every day. There's something brand new that he makes every day.
That's awesome.
Yesterday he made a pork loin bacon wrapped broccoli ab roll. I don't know, but it was good. That's all I know. And everything he makes is always good. So so my dad's here on the days that I'm not here. So me and him are quality control. We make sure that the stuff stays good, stays consistent. Our employees are extremely important. Good employees will keep your business consistent, keep everything good, and bad employees will do the opposite.
Yep.
But having good employees is important. You got to take care of your people, and they take care of you.
Is it hard to find team members here in this area?
Everywhere. That's what I've heard from everywhere. It's hard to find good,
I just heard a lot of people in Florida having a hard time.
So that's what I've heard. I've heard it's hard to find people to work, but you gotta stick it out. You gotta train people. You gotta work with people. You gotta be better yourself, so that these people could be better for you. So I got a guy that came here. He didn't know anything, and I stuck it out. I fired him 100 times in my head. But he's the hardest working guy. He's the hardest working guy we have. He's such a hard worker, but he just didn't know a lot, and now I trust him, now I could go to the store, I could go pick up my kids, I could leave, and he's good, So
That's great.
You got to work with people.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while. I fired him 100 times in my head. That's so funny.
That's fantastic. All right, if you want to go check out the full video, there's another 15 minutes of video, more of Mario Sr., a little bit more about the business. Go over to the Slice channel. We'll link up in the show notes below this. Go subscribe to that channel, too. We're going to be doing a lot of videos here and some videos over there as well. More stories there than here. These ones here are going to be more about the pizza, the business. Those are going to be more story related. I'm going to travel all around the country and bring you all the pizzerias, and not just share you about the pizza, but like the story about how they started and how you can grow your business and how they grew their pizza business, because that's the best part about these visits that I have, and I hope you check it out. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and we'll see you on the next one.